Hi, everybody. So there is a couple things that you are going to want to do in this audit here as you're flipping through your students in Mindprint. The size of it's going to depend on the size of your campus, of course. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to look through all your kids by moving through these different tabs, finding kids that have this Start Assessment button here, which means that they've been loaded in, but they haven't taken the test yet. And you need to figure out, is this a student that I need to get tested, soon? Or is this a student that slipped through the cracks, or maybe we thought they were enrolling full time, but they're actually a TM, and then you actually want to delete that student. By deleting these students, you're actually going to get a test credited back to your account. The other thing you want to look for is if you put in any kind of test or sample kids. I deleted most of those, but I think there might still be some just based on names, or if you put your own name on them, if you can delete those to credit those accounts back to your campus. This is every one of these tests is $50, right? So that's the first thing. Then the second thing you're going to do is you're going to look for kids that don't have their student IDs. And I went through every campus and I included student IDs for every active child. So what the reality is that Sasha Mandel here is not an active student anymore in Genius. Not going to be one of two things. It could mean that Genius is wrong, and what you should do is make sure that something about her data is correct and include her student ID. But if in fact Sasha's just no longer attending school anymore, you're going to want to click on this More button and mark this student inactive, so that therefore they're not clogging up your data here anymore. They're not showing up in your class reports to kind of skew the information that you'd be looking at. And then along those same lines, the third thing that you're going to do is you're going to look through for kids that maybe are no longer attending the school or have graduated. So when you're flipping through the kids here, you might be aware that, for instance, Aiden Dufault has graduated this year, or is not returning to Fusion next year. If you no longer want these students, or these students should not be showing up in your reports anymore, then you should go ahead and also mark those as inactive so they drop off your primary list. Just be aware that marking them inactive does not mean that they're going to disappear or delete their data. It's just going to remove them from your primary list there. Thanks, everyone.